grift.
Come on, baby, let's do the grift. Take me by my little hand and go like this. That grift, baby, baby, grift. Ooh yeah, just like this. Come on, little miss, and do the grift. My daddy is sleeping and mama ain't around. Well, daddy's just sleeping and mama ain't around. Gonna grifty, grifty, grifty till we tear the house down. Come on, the grift, yeah, baby, grift. Grift, grift. Ooh yeah, just like this. Grift. Come on, little miss, and do the grift, yeah. Yeah, just like this. Come on, little miss, and do the grift. Yeah, yeah.
There we go. Come on, baby, let's do the grift. Oh, come on, baby, let's do the grift. Take me by my little hand and grift like this. Grift, baby, grift, baby, grift, baby, grift, baby, time for the grift, it's time for that grift, baby. You know you gotta grift. Come on, baby, take my little hand and grift like this.
Welcome to the world famous, internationally known Tuesday Night Grift. It's Tuesday, and we got a lot of grifting to do. Speaking of grifting, we're going to talk about the H3H3 Payday 2 DLC. Interesting little thing. We got to go into that and talk about it. Of course, we got to talk about Kamala Harris and her campaigning in Fortnite, which is weird because that's full of kids. Kathleen Kennedy's in trouble again because this time she's going at Wikipedia. Oh, that naughty Kathleen. And of course, BioWare being accused of astroturfing their reviews for the new Dragon Age game, which would be a FTC violation and a federal crime under the new statute. So we got to go over that. But joining us today on this wonderful grifting journey is, of course, a little movie perp. What's up, perp?
Hi, Tony. How you doing? Hello, chat.
I'm doing all right. A little tired. We were talking before the show started. A little tired, but other than that, I'm doing fine. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very, very well. I just saw a great little weirdo movie called Frankie Frico. It was quite a delight.
Well, yeah, you want to give us a little bit more than that? Frankie Frico, what's it about? What's going on in this wonderful...
It's about a dude that's a total square, like a perp, right? He's a total, like, very bland dude, and he finds that there's this hotline that he could call of these, I guess, little gremlin freakos that party. And he calls that hotline, and then things go crazy from there, Tony. It's like someone knew me and Crazy Joe existed and made a movie just for us. It's like a crazy, weird, like bizarre Muppet movie.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like something I gotta watch.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure.
Yeah, so we got, of course, Little Movie Perp. He's a favorite around here. People have been talking about Little Movie Perp every time he comes on the stream. There's all kind of chatter, all kind of people in the comments telling me how much they love seeing Little Movie Perp on here. It's fantastic. But all right, let's get to it. We'll start with the lightest thing, of course, is the H3H3 character pack, because I just think this is interesting. Payday 2. This is a game that I wouldn't think would need to resort to gimmicks. I think when you start doing shit like this, so far the life cycle of a game, it's pretty
trolling Ethan with that one. Oh my god! Look at that.
Hey, we're pretty much at the end of the life cycle, right? This is like the bottom of the barrel. We got H3H3. I think they're trolling Hilla, whatever the hell you say her name, but
yeah,
she looks like a man, and I'm not just saying that from her face. Like, if we scroll down, obviously, we see the full picture. That's a man, right? Like, squared off shoulders, flat.
I don't know. Well, yeah, it looks like they're using the same asset. Yeah, probably that's the same asset as a like a dude asset,
So
right?
yeah, it's like a dude asset with
Yeah.
a vaguely.
Because I was like, oh, I
Yeah,
could
he was
see,
fine.
I could see that being. But then I looked at Ethan. I was like, oh, there's something weird going on with his body too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think about games putting in pseudo celebrities? Because these ain't real celebrities, right? Most people don't know who the hell they are. I would
Yeah.
venture to say, especially now, there's probably a huge percentage of even the Payday player base. It's probably like, who are these people, right?
Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty old too. Like this was right. This has happened a couple of years ago, right? It might have been like in their heyday.
I don't know if this is old because it just popped up on my feed today.
Oh, really? I could have sworn I seen this like at least a year ago.
Like I said, someone showed it to me today. I don't know.
That's hilarious. There is I play this game Smite. I don't know if you've heard of that one. I used to play it. Now there's Smite 2. I'm not getting into that one. But in it they had stuff with, I think it was like a Twitch channel. I don't know who came up with Poggers. Like it would just say Poggers. Like it had like these voice DLCs and stuff that would come up. I don't know. So it's in that one too, which I didn't understand any of the references. Apparently it's from like a channel. Whoever came up with Poggers.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar. I don't watch Twitch, so I'm not familiar with any of that. Like I said, this just popped into my feed. Someone's like, "Hey, check this out." So let me see. When's the tweet from? The tweet is from October 27th. So yeah, this has got to be new, right? I don't see someone like digging up like a old ass tweet.
I could have sworn I've seen this before. Maybe I just saw like it as upcoming or something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this like dates your game. It's a good thing that this is like a multiplayer game, right? Obviously, this isn't something that is a single player, but I think this kind of dates your game, right? Like,
yeah, and you also run the possibility, and because didn't H3H3 have controversy? Like they go through controversy with streamers. Like you never know if something's gonna pop up right when, because I assume this took, like I said, I've seen this for a bit, so I assume it took a while to put together, right?
yeah. What's up, Mint? How's it going?
Hello,
What do you think
hello.
about?
Hello.
What do you think about them putting in H3H3 into Payday 2? Are you excited? Are you gonna get this DLC? And
What the? Payday. My experience to Payday is that Steam had it on sale a while back, the first one, and so I bought it, but I never played it.
Wait, isn't there a Payday 3?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't keep up with all these things. Like I said, I just think it's silly. I think it's it shows that there's nothing left for the game, right? Hey, get excited for these pseudo celebrities to be in your game. When are we going to see the Gary Nerdrotic Payday pack, right? Stealing meth.
I like how he's fat. He's fat in his video game. Look at that.
Isn't Dr. Disrespect in Call of Duty?
Yeah, I believe he is. Which again is like you start putting these people in your games and then
Oh,
suddenly,
no.
So, hopefully there's no controversy with these people, especially now in a time with war in the Middle East and stuff. It'd be a real shame if people were to just casually point out that Hilla Klein was in the Israeli Defense Force, right? Definitely not a secretary job, guys.
Well, they all
But
are.
they did kind of get it right. I mean, her body shape is accurate now that I'm looking at it, right?
Is she like built like a square?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tip to be a square.
I don't know.
Tip
I
to
don't
be-
really pay attention to those people. The Kleins,
I don't really either. I just know that H3H3, he's fat, he's got that triple chin, whatever.
Who is watching them? Because I don't watch them. I can't imagine who does. Do you know who does?
Well, right now, anyone that hates Hassan, which I think is a lot of people.
Huh. I also don't watch his son, so I don't
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
say.
get it.
But I know who plays Fortnite. I play Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I was tricked into playing Fortnite by one of my co-hosts, Dirty Dalish on YouTube. She tricked me. She said, "Hey, play this game. It's really cool." And then I became addicted to it. And then I started playing Fortnite Lego. And then I was addicted to that because it's like a better version of Minecraft. Yeah.
Based.
Minecraft is the superior game. There's nothing better than Minecraft. What are you talking about, Tony?
But it is. It's like Fortnite plus Minecraft. So it's better.
Fortnite is a terrible game. Overrated. I hate battle royale style games. Where's the team domination shit? Why is that not in any first person shooter multiplayer game? Or at least like the battle royale seems to be the default in all the modern FPS games I've played. But like team domination has to be the best multiplayer game. And then also the random guns one too. I just hate Fortnite. I don't know why anyone would play Fortnite unless you don't have options. Fortnite's free. That's for sure.
Yeah. I play Fortnite mostly because there's Marvel characters in there now, and I'm like, oh look, there's Marvel characters, and I'm such a simp for Marvel.
Yeah, I got
Did
that
I-
other Spider Gwen skin.
Dude, I bought like almost every Marvel skin. That's
You got the Spider-Gwen one?
Yeah, I got like Spider-Gwen and Mephisto.
Yeah,
like
that
every
was
time it pops up, I'm like, oh look, the Hulk. Oh shit, I gotta buy that.
Chat,
Scarlet Witch is good.
Tony, Frog Tony is a mark. Don't
Yeah.
ever forget that. He's a mark.
I use it more as a skin collector now, more because I do like the skins, and there's so much. It's basically everything. Every franchise is in there.
Mitt probably hasn't heard this, but I am a mark for anything Marvel, whether it's a Marvel game, book, TV show, whatever. If it's Marvel, I'm going to be involved in it. And if I have to pay extra money, like, oh, it's a skin. I hate skins. I'm like, oh, this is optional, but I have money now. I'm an adult with money now, so I can just buy things if I want them. And so I just buy
Right.
things.
Well, at least you're consistent on that front. I like that.
All right. But speaking of Fortnite, Kamala Harris is courting gamers using Fortnite in the last week of the U.S. presidential campaign. Uh-oh. Do you
Fortnite
think she's
goes
actually
to
playing?
gold.
Yeah. Do you think she's playing Fortnite with the kids? That'd
No.
be cool.
Dude.
Like, oh no, you like she's just surrounded by Secret Service, so you can't shoot her.
She has
The
like
demographic for Fortnite. The demographic for Fortnite can't vote for her. I don't know what she's doing.
They're gonna
They're
tell
too
their
young.
parents. They're gonna
Well,
bug their
we
parents.
just
Go
we
vote
just
for
said it
Kamala.
here. Me and Tony play. We could vote.
Yeah. I can vote. I don't know about your illegal ass.
No, I could vote.
Oh
I
yeah,
could
totally
totally vote.
Democrat. You could vote even.
I can vote twice. I have a card.
It's so surreal. Like, we've gotten to this point in culture where presidential candidates, a current vice president, is playing Fortnite on stream, and I'm like,
I don't think
boy.
she's playing.
Yeah, I don't think she played.
Do you
just
don't
have
think
a-
she's
playing
playing?
Crazy
She's
Taxi.
just like talking, and like one of her interns is playing.
That would be smart, but I don't think they're even doing that. I think they just set up a thing. Here's what I'm thinking though.
She's
Do
not
you
even in
think-
it.
If they had if Trump did this, right? If Donald Trump did this, do you think
Mhm.
Fortnite would have took it down?
Took it down. What do you mean? They wouldn't have made the deal. I'm assuming. Kamala
No, it's not a
went-
deal because it's a creative map. You could do whatever you like. Fortnite has the creator stuff where you could do your own maps and things.
Oh, she didn't make a deal with like the creators or anything to
No.
do. Oh, it's just
As far as
their own
I know, I
thing?
haven't read the article, but
Sure.
it says new Fortnite creative map supporting the campaign will make a final push for young male voters.
Mhm.
So I'm just assuming because it doesn't say that there's any deal worked out with Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Harris campaign and Fortnite, so it might just be like other people doing it on her behalf. But I'm thinking if this was like Trump, that they would have definitely shut those down, right?
I
It's
have
also
no idea.
hilarious.
What? They should do it. Why don't they do it? They have a couple.
It's
days
also
left.
hilarious that this article is saying they're pushing for young male voters because the assumption is they already have young female voters, or they don't think women play video games.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying, that women aren't playing Fortnite. They're like, if she was doing a Barbie game,
Yeah.
then they would get young.
They're
female
over in
voters.
Overwatch.
Yeah. That's where all the lesbians are. All
Yeah.
right. Since It's the final week before the U.S. 2024 presidential election. And in the waning hours of her campaign, Vice President Kamala Harris is making a bid to a group that's not often targeted in such races. Gamers.
Wow.
So this is...
She targeted gamers. Gamers, Tony.
I don't think she's targeting gamers because, again,
she's targeting gamers. It said right there, often targeted.
But she doesn't like gamer words.
No. I'm saying she's not targeting gamers because it's a very specific
subset
of gamers. It's like she's targeting like Fortnite idiots, right? She's not targeting she's not like a big thing where it's like all across. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's on like Xbox Live, PlayStation, Switch, all at the same time, like targeting every game. Like, you know, you pop up the thing, you load up your game, it's like a political ad from Kamala Harris. No, it's like Fortnite in this little like section, you know, in the back of the fucking game. Today, Harris's campaign is launching its own Fortnite map. See, it's the campaign. Freedom Town, USA. It's a custom creative map themed around some of Harris's campaign pledges, including tax breaks for small businesses. I want to know how you played it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So how did this work? These tax breaks for small businesses section.
They integrate it to the plot perfectly. Integrated. What is the word I'm looking for? Integrate. What's that word?
Integrated.
Integrated. Thank you, Tony. They integrate it to the plot seamlessly. Okay. Like I even wrote it down. You go in, you're like in a little subway thing, and then you see some lady there, and she's like, "Hey, go upstairs and see what's up." And you go there, and then it's like this. I think you can pull if you want to pull the picture. I don't mind if you pull the picture that I sent you in that group chat.
Oh, yeah,
and then
it says,
yeah, and it says Kamala Harris $50,000 small business tax break made it possible to start up a new construction business. And then they give you the plot of, hey, go get these construction tools, run around the city. I went to the pier. I went to I forgot what it was called. I think it was called I went to the Opportunity Carnival. I remember. I went to the Opportunity Carnival to collect my tokens and tickets. There it is, Freedom Town, USA.
Collect 5 posters. Place 5 posters. See, if I was doing this, I'd be like, shoot 5 Trump guys, right? Like, there's 5 MAGA guys in there. You can just shoot them. Cover up Trump posters. Why not? Like, let's make it fun.
Dude, because you know why. That's incendiary. And plus, wasn't he, like, there's been attempts at his life already? No. Bad form, Tony. Bad form.
Hey, at this point, pull out all the stops, right?
Oh, my God.
Collect ballots and stuff the box. I'd really like troll the shit out of it. Like, you have to help stuff the ballot box. Collect 500 random ballots and put it in. So Kamala wins.
How dark will you get? Is like you have to deliver these pizzas, like, you know, and then it's just a van. And you're like, oh shit. How dark are you willing to go?
This doesn't appeal to gamers at all. Oh man, this is so funny because you know how gamers want a release from reality. Like, you know how games are like, you're supposed to distract yourself from real world? Well, here's a map in Fortnite where you can do real world things and listen to real world issues right in front of you. Amazing.
You can go to Tim's Tacos.
It was delicious.
I thought she didn't like guns. Why is she doing a game in a gun game? Why is she doing like an ad in a gun game?
Well, they took away the guns, sort of. You can see I have a gun there. They took away Kamala took away. Yeah, because I'm Ash. They took away the guns, so you don't have to do. But there's lots of stuff like this where there's no gun levels and maps that people pull up. You do like hide and seek stuff or
pull up
slappers only.
Kamala's Kicks. Did you get like shoes at Kamala's Kicks?
No, I didn't get that far. I did like one thing and I was like, all right, this is fine. I'm done.
He's like, all right, this is late.
You win. I got you win. I'll vote for you. All right, bye.
Was there like a lot of excitement, a lot of people talking how they're going to vote for Kamala being in this little area?
No. I only saw like 4 other people.
Where's the Trump Fortnite game?
It wasn't full at all. It wasn't full. Dude, I had to type it in. It wasn't even like in the main page of Fortnite. I was like, oh, I guess it hasn't come out yet. But then I read that it did come out. I was like, oh, I definitely got to do this if Tony's talking about it.
You have to have the code blah, 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 blah. Right there. You go.
No, I just typed it in. I just wrote Freedom Town, and at first I didn't even believe that was the actual one because it looked kind of like, I was like, oh, it's just a map thing. I had to like double
It's
check.
kind of lame.
It's kind of
Well,
like it's
apparently-
just bland. Like,
You could watch dedicated partner streams from Fortnite content creators such as Jordan Huskers Thomas, Model Morg, Himalayas, and Carrie K. Harris.
Who the
no
fuck are
relation.
these people?
yeah, I have no
No.
idea.
They're industry plans.
Freedom Town USA is joined by political takeovers of at least 8 other Fortnite creative maps: Drive City, Troll Bed Wars, Meme Box Fights, Super Box PvP, Football Box Fights, Bullseye 2x2, Bullseye 1v1, and Bullseye 3v3, which I don't know what any of those mean, but okay, which will
Yeah.
include political
That
engagement,
means something to
signage,
someone.
custom models, and themed audio cues. And one of these cues, played when collecting a cat, plays a quote from Harris's rival, former President Donald Trump. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the
Oh
cats.
no. So they're
That's
memeing
the
with
reason
it.
to play this. Is you can just you keep collecting cats and dogs and just keep hearing that sound clip. It's such a badass sound clip. Or you can avoid playing this game altogether and go type in the parody song and just put it on repeat. Just look that up on YouTube. I bet it's somewhere.
Were you out there stumping for Harris when you were out there playing the game? Were you like, hey, are you voting for Harris? Vote for Harris. Vote Kamala.
No, I was trying to get my tickets, man.
Kamala has no quotables. That's why there's no songs about her. That's why she's not memeable. That's why she's not with the kids.
He's unmemeable.
Yeah.
In neither a good or bad way. It says while the Trump campaign has not made a similar targeted push to gamer audiences, the former president has commented on video games before. During his tenure in the White House, President Trump blamed violent video games for a shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, saying that such games were, quote, shaping young people's thoughts and publishing a reel of violent video games that included clips from Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Wolfenstein, Dead by Daylight, Sniper Elite, and Fallout 4. We reached out to former President Trump's campaign for comment. They said, shut up. We don't want to talk to you.
They didn't even bother saying what he said. There's like, we reached over, you know the rest.
Yeah. It's just crazy. I love how they have to throw that in at the end. Like, look, Kamala loves video games. By the way, Trump hates video games because he blamed violent video games at one time. Come on, gamers. You know who you want to vote for.
This seems kind of like a boomer take to say that.
Oh, it is 100%.
I mean, okay,
Actually-
the reason why GTA is so popular is that you can't crash into people in real life, take their car, shoot at them, do a shooting spray, and get away with it. You can't do that in real life. You can do that in GTA.
You can
I
do that in
think-
Chicago.
I
And
think
it's cathartic.
I think people confuse because there was this study that said that video games make people more aggressive, and I think sometimes, I think as
100%
you're playing it-
untrue. It's been debunked.
Oh, that's been debunked already?
All those studies have been.
I'm
debunked.
assuming that
Actually,
that's what they're confusing that or something with that.
No, what they're confusing is there is a remember correlation isn't causation, right?
Sure.
So in the 90s, there was a huge spike in youth crimes, and there was also the huge spike in video game culture, right? As the rising video game culture. However, you know what else there was in the 90s that was a huge spike? Perp?
Pogs.
Drugs.
Oh,
The crack epidemic, which, when crack dealers started using kids to transport drugs and money, obviously kids were now being popped for crimes, and so youth crimes went up. But it had nothing to do with the actual video games. It was just two separate things happening at the same time, and people try to link them together. Video games have actually led to a decrease in violence because kids who are at home playing video games are not out on the streets shooting people.
That's true. If you want to get
just
competitive,
simple.
you can just get competitive in a game of Halo. Well, I guess Halo's dead. Rip.
Also, the first school shooting actually happened I think it was 100 years before video games even was a thing.
What? What was the first?
Yeah, there was a school shooting. There was a school shooting here in Illinois. It was like a backwaters town. Someone brought one of those old Winchesters to school and just shot a bunch of people.
What year?
awful,
Tony?
man.
It was like 18 something. Yeah. It was like a log cabin. They went to a log cabin. It was just like
Damn, that's awful, dude. It's so long ago they even marked down a horse death. That's how long ago.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so I'm sure all the gamers, there's gonna be a huge rise in people voting now for Kamala because of that push on Fortnite. All right. Kathleen Kennedy, Star Wars. We're talking that Star Wars. This is gonna get us all the views.
Queen.
Kathleen Kennedy's secret Wikipedia clash for the control of Star Wars official narrative.
Real quick, before you continue,
Mhm.
you notice how Wikipedia, every time you go to it, has this banner at the top that says, "Hey, nobody has bought Wikipedia yet. Can you give us money?" Every time. Every single time. But I bet they are actually being paid. By somebody. Obviously.
Yeah. Like I said, Wikipedia is weird because anyone can edit it, but also you can't edit your own things. Like, so Little Movie Perp is famous, right? And he has an article on Wikipedia. And they go, "Hey, Little Movie Perp really loves licking shoes." And he goes, "Wait a minute, I don't like licking shoes. Who put that in there?" I go, "Well, Tony did. Tony says he's your friend. He knows you. He says you like licking shoes." And you go, "Well, actually, I'm Little Movie Perp. I don't like licking shoes. Can you take that off?" And they go, "Actually, you're a primal source, so we can't use you. You're a primary source. You're the actual person, and we can't use what you say on Wikipedia because we don't trust you. And we trust this other guy who's not you to tell us about you." So they have stupid rules. Then, of course, there is a pro left-leaning editorial agenda.
What ended up probably early in Wikipedia's existence, people were just glazing over themselves in the Wikipedia, and Wikipedia was like, "All right, guys, you can't write about yourselves anymore."
No, I don't think so. I don't think like fucking Tom Cruise wasn't going to Wikipedia. I think it was more akin to, well, we need rules. You can't, if I hate Tom Cruise, I can't just go there and be like, "Oh, Tom Cruise puts fucking gerbils up his ass," right? So like, we need something. So their rules were it's a primary source, right? You need a primary news source in order to cite the thing, right? So you go, "Oh, in Newsweek they talk about how Tom Cruise's movie made $1 million, so then you could put that in, right?" Which sounds good on paper, but then invariably, as it got bigger, when Tom Cruise is like, "No, that's wrong," they go, "Well, sorry, Mr. Cruise, we can't listen to you because you have to go get a news outlet to write an article about the thing you want us to fix in order for us to accept that as factual information." So it makes this weird system in which Wikipedia, because of its own standards, can include information that is factual because it doesn't actually have a news article. And also, you could write a news article, right? So if the New York Times decided to write a piece just denigrating you, right? So we hate Little Movie Perp, but they write this hit piece. I can then use that as a primary source to then fill in your Wikipedia article, and you can't have it taken down because they're a reputable news organization. They said it, therefore it must be true. It goes in Wikipedia.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. All right.
That's
so apparently
gross.
Kathleen Kennedy is having a tough time with this. The internet can be an ugly place. This is obviously that Park Place. They hate all things woke. At the same time, it's a bounty of wisdom, the repository of essentially all human knowledge, and even the location where many go for the officially approved narratives of our time. Rising out of the World Wide Web early on, Wikipedia not only became the destroyer of essentially every encyclopedia on the planet. Mine just exploded. Wikipedia came around and all the encyclopedias on my fucking desk.
They self-deleted.
Yeah.
There's no more encyclopedias being made.
All those poor encyclopedia salesmen out of jobs.
Full book heaven.
It also became crucial in setting what is seen as fact and or fiction. As a result, maintaining control of what is said on Wikipedia pages is very important to very important people. Kathleen Kennedy is the head of Lucasfilm. Except for she got fired like 10 years ago, repeatedly. And the shepherd of all things Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Willow, LucasArts, now Lucasfilm Games, and more. For many, she's not succeeded in keeping those franchises vibrant. I don't know why that's included, but okay.
For many.
Despite controversy surrounding her handling of the Gina Carano situation, an ongoing lawsuit against Lucasfilm. Where's the Wikipedia part where she's going at Wikipedia? Can we get to that? Funded by Elon Musk, dwindling ratings on Disney Plus, and the latest Indiana Jones movie having been one of the worst financial flops in history of cinema. You might not know that reading Kennedy's Wikipedia page. In fact, the supposedly objective source of information seems to only have very glowing and praiseworthy commentary on the 40-year-plus career of a woman who took over for George Lucas. So how can that be?
I need examples.
Well, it's real simple, right? I haven't even read her Wikipedia page, but I'm pretty sure like you'd be like, oh, she was in charge of Indiana Jones, right? Like you don't need a whole like, oh, by the way, Indiana Jones was also the worst film ever, and we hate Kathleen. No, it'd be like,
yeah. What
she
exactly
directed Indiana Jones, and there's a link, right? There'd be a link to Indiana Jones, and you could find out about Indiana Jones on the Indiana Jones page, right?
Well,
but that doesn't need to be on her page.
I use Wikipedia as a starting point usually, and I normally just talk about movies and stuff. And there's always like a reception area. Like if you're looking up a movie, there's like the reception of the movie, and it's usually pretty good when it comes to saying it was negative or positive. It bombed. It's like, so I don't know what they're asking for yet, and it would be great if
they're asking for that. When on her page, it'll say like she was in charge of the studio when they released Indiana Jones. And also, it was a bomb, and everyone hated it, and she ruined the franchise. That's what they want on the page instead of just the fact like she was in charge. Okay, and then like I said, there'd be a link to the Indiana Jones.
She also hated the fans.
Yeah,
one of those.
She doesn't wear a frog onesie like mint salad. She's terrible. I hate her.
Yeah, she's not cool. She's not as cool as me. She should really consider it.
Do you think? Okay, I think this is fake. I'm going to call fake news on this, but according to a source that reached out to us, there's a very strong effort that has been going on behind the scenes of the Wikipedia article to make sure Kathleen Kennedy keeps a very particular type of presentation on the online encyclopedia. Here's the message we received that began our journey of investigating what might spill out beyond just Kathleen Kennedy. Hey, Pro, I'm a listener of your channel and a reader of that Park Place. ... The article has been curated to avoid controversy, as well as to avoid mentions of South Park's joining the Pandaverse special. Why would it? Again, that has nothing to do with Kathleen Kennedy.
That's so weird. It's conspiratorial. They're getting conspiratorial about that. That's weird. They're getting conspiratorial. Whoever this is. That's crazy. This is crazy. Why wasn't the South Park episode? Everyone was talking about it in my YouTube hemisphere.
Why do you feel the need to mention that? Just get straight to the point. Why does everyone feel the need to include fluff in all of their emails? Bro,
I think this is the point. I think that's the point.
That is the point. I think
South Park.
they want a section in her Wikipedia page that says, "Look at all these people that made fun of her." Essentially, right? Like,
yeah, they didn't even really make fun of her. Like.
It says, even when said controversies and criticisms are documented by reliable sources used elsewhere in Wikipedia. The chatter began in November 2023 and has continued up to today as the writing of October 24, 2024. I invite you to read her talk pages, where editors are actively clashing over the subject, as well as her history page, where you can see the flow of revisions. I think everyone has one of those pages, like the history pages are constantly being revised on a lot of people. We looked into the situation and found there may be evidence to support this claim. We'll provide the excerpts we found below, as well as some of the recorded history of edits happening on the page. A look at similar personalities, such as Bob Iger and Leslie Headland, showed no such ongoing conflict over maintaining a particular flavor of the information. That said, we're actively investigating now. They're just like in a room with like the little fucking hats on,
it's like the Jason Bourne office. They're like in a control room, just like.
I need more information on Kathleen. Give me pictures of Kathleen Kennedy.
Get me that handler.
Yeah. Actively investigating now if this might spill out beyond into other entertainment personalities of similar controversial variety. Dude, you don't even have to do any investigation. I can tell you right now with 100% certainty, anyone who is left-leaning, their pages are pretty much spot free, right? You want to look at someone's page who's fucking filled with lies and errors? Go to Tommy Tallarico's page. It's literally filled with lies that have been debunked over and over again over the last 4 years on YouTube, right? So, again, you need a primary source. You can't just be like, oh well, the New York Times wrote an article about how people made fun of Kathleen Kennedy. We should include that in her page. Mm-hmm. No, you can include that in like a separate page. You can make a page called Controversies in Star Wars, right? And like list the whole thing with Kathleen Kennedy, the fandom menace, whatever you want. But her page should be about her primarily, right? That's how encyclopedias work, right?
She's had quite a career before even touching Star Wars, so it's like I'm sure her Wikipedia page is already stuffed. Like she was like from ET to like all this other stuff, you know, before she even touched Star Wars. It's probably like loaded.
This is the quoted page or the quoted little Wikipedia thing. It says, "I'm sorry. Is there a question?" Yes. My question is this article an advertisement or a biography? I can't really tell. I see a certain discrepancy in a 100% positive wiki article in the articles I read online about her. Is that intended? Forced by some wiki rule? Or is this article just plainly one-sided? Those are really questions for yourself, since they are matters of your own opinion, says Nemov. I don't know if you're the main contributor, Nemov, but not having any mention in the article of the criticism she received from fans of the recent films she oversaw does give the impression that the article is deliberately being manipulated to only portray a positive image. It's not opinion, it's a general fact. I watched this article because it receives a lot of disruptive edits. If you have an addition that is central to the biography, that's not trivial and it's well sourced, feel free to edit. I would remind you as an editor who appears to be experienced to assume good faith. Thanks. Wow, that Nemov guy sounds like such an asshole saying, hey, anything that's substantive or actually not a trivial matter, we'll gladly put in there. Just don't like bullshit on your page, right?
Yeah.
Note the continued discussion throughout the year. I'm sorry. I thought it went without saying that I feel is in the context of I feel these actions are necessary to maintain an NPOG. Given that this article does address, much less link to any potential controversy, I believe it is critical to at least mention the surrounding controversy in order to maintain an NPOG.
Dude, you know why they're losing their minds? They can't stand that she has a resume. It's like, of course they're gonna like, dude. She did E.T. Twister. She did freaking. She found M. Night. She found M. Night's Sixth Sense. So
I
of course
just think it's stupid. Like, it's just
like,
retarded.
She's a prolific. Like she's a legend in the producer. Like before Star Wars.
Yeah, but none of that even matters. Okay, none of that.
But they can't stand that. They want her to not be that. They want her to not be that.
They want to include shit that isn't about her. It's like. Okay, criticism of her is a thing, right? But then basically everyone's page on Wikipedia should have a section going, there's a group of people that don't like this person. Like the only person would be fucking Keanu Reeves would be the only person without that on his page. Like,
just go to everybody loves Keanu. Go to Neurotics Wikipedia. I'm sure it has a list of all the people he's beefed with. There you go. There's the beef list or whatever. All the
and look how often this is occurring. Dun, dun, dun. So look at all those edits. That's not even that many. But he wants us to be like, stunned. Look at all those edits. There's like 20. Okay. In just months of July and August, the editor, Nemov, appears to have erased any attempted change to the page outside of grammatical or typo revisions. Yeah, he's maintaining the page in the way that it should be maintained. Biographical information only. Again, you guys don't like her. That's fine, but it's not really a big deal. Also, are they trying to claim that like this Nemov guy is like working for Disney or something? He's like on the secret payroll.
Nemov sounds like Namor, no amor.
Although we believe it is not uncommon for celebrities and famous persons to hire teams that specialize in keeping a Wikipedia and other social presence clear of controversies for their benefit, we want to be very forthright in stating we do not have any proof or indication at this time that either Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, or the Walt Disney Company are involved in edits to her Wikipedia page. We are continuing to investigate beyond the scope of this particular article you are reading today, and we'll update you further information once and if it becomes available. Are they gonna like hack this guy? They're like gonna hack Nemov and find out if he works for like Disney. Like, this is like the most retarded article I've ever read. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just think that if a controversy happens, you should only note it if the person in response to the controversy does something dumb that or that significantly changes their career or like makes it so they can go further in their career or destroys their career completely. Like, say, let's bring Mannix as an example. Because of the lawsuit is dictated in his Wikipedia article because that really ruined his career. But she's not responding to the criticisms. like in a career sabotaging way. So why should they be mentioned in her Wikipedia article? Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
it should catalog her actions, not like,
Well,
oh, this is an opinion.
Her response
Going
was,
back-
Nike gave me this shirt.
Yeah, well, going back to the Maddox example, right? So Maddox,
Right.
he instigated a lawsuit, right? And again, like you said, that was central to what happened to him. The lawsuit led to him being basically laughed at by the entire internet, right? However,
Yeah.
they don't go, also, here's a list of every known YouTube channel that made fun of him, right? Like,
Right.
Here's this little like 300 sub YouTuber that made a video about him one time, right? No, they just go, he did this thing that he was directly involved in. And then you just kind of can figure out the rest on your own, right? Kathleen Kennedy,
Yeah.
like you said, she's not responding. She's not suing people. She didn't like go and make a speech like a fucking Hitler speech at the Disney Tower, like "fuck you people, Star Wars is mine," and you can't do nothing about it. She didn't get fired from it. Like if she got fired because of the controversy, then I could see including it, right? There was a controversy which led to her dismissal from Disney, right?
Right.
I have a rando question before you take down the Wikipedia. What is like? Would something like Chuck Dixon going to Ripa, is that in his Wikipedia?
It should be because again, it's a career move, right? It's like
Yeah.
if you went to Marvel or DC, like Chuck Dixon now works for the Rippaverse writing books.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't include also, by the way, Tony's channel, Frog Tony's channel, made fun of Chuck Dixon's book, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a huge controversy because a bunch of people are detractors, and by the way, Riley got arrested, right? None of that is important to Chuck Dixon. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's true. You would write Riley's arrest in Eric's Wikipedia article if like as like the start of a downfall or like a reputational change.
Or
something.
it would be like in Eric July had one of his detractors arrested, and this is the fallout from that incident, right? Because
Yeah.
it was something he directly contributed in. But again, it wouldn't be like, also, by the way, moronic opinions went to the grave of his ancestor. Like, that's not a thing that matters.
Right.
All right, we got one more article, one more thing.
Where's
to talk about, the
Dalish
grifter.
at?
She said she was making pumpkin seeds or something. She was baking.
They don't take. Okay, I've made pumpkin seeds. You know what they need? You gotta boil them for like 10 minutes, and then you put them in the oven for like 30, 50 minutes. You season them. They don't take that long to make.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
Ah.
but then again, we don't want her burning her house down, so she probably should watch them the entire time.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
But we got one more, and it's a BioWare accused of astroturfing reviews for Dragon Age Veilguard.
Uh-oh.
This is retarded just off jump, right? Because the reason I haven't even read the article, but I know the reason that they're saying that they're
Because it's the
astroturfing.
same. It's from the same place you got the other article. That's how I know.
Yeah, well, that too. But also, here's the thing: they're gonna say that these reviews obviously are bad, or wrong, or bought and paid for because they're too good. They're too high. The scores are too high. So clearly, this game is bad. Except for the game's not released, so the people criticizing the reviews haven't even played the game to accurately say whether or not the reviews are inaccurate, right? Like, I can't say, like, I can read a review from Dragon Age Veilguard, right? It's a 9 out of 10, IGN 9 out of 10, right? And I go, well, I don't believe them, but I haven't played it, so I don't know if they're wrong, right? I can't prove they're wrong. They could be right. I could play the game and go, you know what? IGN was correct. It is a 9 out of 10. It's a fucking fantastic game, right? Also, and this is really important, guys, some people have different opinions than you. I know, shocking, right? Shocking. But some people have a level of tolerance for certain things that you might not have. So me, personally, I think that the new Saints Row game is a 7 out of 10. It's a solid game. Is there cringe in it? Sure. But it's not a level of cringe that I am uncomfortable with. It's not a level of cringe where I'm like, oh, I have to turn the game off. Oh, no, that guy's a vegan and he's pushing veganism. I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. But it's retarded and it's okay. It's not retarded enough to get me to turn the game off. I just laugh at the silliness, right? At the cringe, and I keep playing and shoot people. But others were like, oh my God, the game is so bad because it's not like the original. And there's like pronouns and there's like, you can create your character to be like transgender. And that's so bad that I can't even play the game. Can't even look at it. It's 1 out of 10. Like, hey, that's an opinion. Reviews are opinions. But let's see. Now, I was looking forward to this game, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe John F. Trent is gonna correct me on this. Either one of you guys looking forward to this?
Sort of, not on sale for sure. I played the other two. I don't remember anything about Inquisition. I remember thinking it was good when I played it.
What do you mean the other two? There's three of them.
Sorry, I missed one. I missed the second one. I played Origins. I played Inquisition.
Like the second one was so bad, I forgot about it.
The second one I didn't even play. No, I heard that was bad. I heard that was not very good, so I skipped that one. But I don't remember anything of the third one.
Well, you're
I
lucky
remember liking
Gaelish isn't on panel because she would yell at you. She
Oh, really?
said the second one was good. I thought the first one was the only good one, in my opinion.
Mhm.
It had a really good premise, it had a really good setup. And then the second one, because of I don't even want to say technical limitations. I don't know if it was crunch or whatever, but they reused a lot of assets. So like every dungeon and everything was like very similar, right? It was just like rearranged dungeons, so it was like all the same, and it was more action oriented battle mechanics. I didn't like the second one. Third one is there's some cringe in the third one.
I remember it feeling like an MMO that's not an MMO. I don't know why. I remember feeling like, oh, it's like it felt like that. Maybe it's because I was playing the Elder Scrolls Online one at the time. I don't know.
Possibly. Yeah,
I've never heard of this game before. If it's not Minecraft, I'm not playing it.
oof.
I'm like that with the movie.
All right. So it says former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern accused BioWare. Of course, Grums said it, so it must be true, right? Grums made an accusation. That's who Mark Kern is, in case you're unfamiliar with his real name, Grums. And it's funny because he wants to use former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern to give him like that air of authority and hide the fact that it is Grums that he's talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Accused BioWare of astroturfing reviews for its upcoming Dragon Age The Veilguard. Bum, bum, bum. Kern's accusation comes in the wake of YouTuber Fextra Life accusing BioWare of attempting to manipulate reviews by not handing out review codes to creators critical of the game.
You were talking shit. You were talking shit, and you're mad that you were invited to the party. You were talking shit, and you're mad that you weren't invited to the party. Oh my god.
Well, here's the problem with this, right? I don't know if you guys know this. Again, I am someone who reviews games, get reviews codes, talk to PR people and all that, right? Obviously, this is like fucking 101, right? This is fucking review code handout 101. If you're shitting all over a game, they are not going to give you a review code.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
It doesn't matter
Just
what
human
game
nature, dude. Like,
it's not
if
human
you want
nature.
Yes, it is human nature. It applies to every aspect of everything. If you're shitting on something and then you're like, hey, can I get that thing for free? The person's going to be like, no, fuck you. But you're more likely to get it for free if you're like, hey, I'm interested in playing this. This looks interesting, right? It's human nature, Tony.
Well, what I was going to say was it's more like money nature because
money nature.
They want you. They want positive press. You're a video game company who's handing out review codes. You do not want to give it to somebody who's already determined to shit on your game, right?
Yeah, especially the way
you want to sell games.
Reviews
Reviews are supposed to help you sell games, right? That's why, like movies, when they're really bad, they like, oh shit, the embargo is like the day before to try to like.
They embargo everyone.
Yeah. Right? They embargo everyone, or the reviews are like right up until like the last minute. Oh, the movie comes out at 10, but the review embargo lifts at 9:45, right? So you can't get a review in before you buy your tickets because they're trying to sell a product. So obviously, any product that is trying to be sold, they're not going to go, oh, you hate fucking sports games? Let me give you my new fucking baseball game code, right? No, they're going to go, hey, you love baseball games. Here, you can have that one because you're probably going to give us a better review. And then that's going to get people excited to buy our product. Whether it's shit or not, whether it's the greatest product or not. Every company is looking for the best foot forward. And they're going to do that by giving out codes to people they feel are going to either give it a fair and balanced review or at least show it off in a positive light so people will buy their product. That's it.
Yeah, those people can like play the games right versus just some random person probably doesn't know how to play the games as well because they're not like deeply entrenched in the game culture, like that genre game culture. whatever it is. Like we were saying.
I say this as someone who currently has 4 games that I need to review because I've been given review copies of them, right? Currently. So,
Are they going to get?
and again, you don't have to be all positive. You can be negative in your reviews. It's not about being negative. It's about being accurate, right? So shitting on a game is different. If I go, I hate fucking pronouns, fuck pronouns. Any game with pronouns is an automatic 1 out of 10. They go, yeah, we're not going to give you a fucking thing, right? Because clearly you're just going to shit on it because that's what you do, right? But if I go, hey, actually, I really enjoy RPGs and I want to make sure that all the mechanics in the game are good. And if it has solid mechanics, solid fucking base, good branching story, good branching skill trees and everything, and none of the skills are useless and everything is on par with other games of the genre, it's probably going to get a good review, right? They go, oh yeah, that's the guy. He knows. He clearly knows about the genre. He clearly knows about all the little ins and outs of the fucking mechanics of the gameplay and everything. We believe in our product. We'll give him a shot, right? Yeah. And maybe you go, hey, I got it. And actually, it's below what the normal has, right? The skill tree is actually a little bit smaller than games of the genre. It's a little bit janky. The controls are a little off, right? I'll give it a 6 out of 10, right? 6 out of 10. They go, okay, well, you were accurate. You didn't lie, right? And you didn't just shit on the game. You told it like it was. And other people can decide based on what I said, my accurate information, whether they think that's good enough for them to pay for it or not, right? And that's what companies want. Accurate reviews.
They look at you. They look at you as an investment in many ways, and you shitting on one of their products gives value to another one when you do give it a review, good review. It's like they've done the numbers that it might even double.
Well, it's not even shitting. See, shitting.
No, I'm saying you could. Yeah, that's true. Go ahead.
Because shitting is literally like you're just saying it's bad for the sake of saying it's bad, right?
Yeah.
If you give a negative review of a product, that brings value because they know you're a tough reviewer, right? So we're going to impress you with our next game. But if you're literally just shitting on the game, then no, they're going to be like, no, you don't know what you're doing. You're not a good reviewer. You're just whatever we give you, you're going to shit on it, right?
Yeah, like true. Criticizing a game for having pronouns, for example. Yeah. Like every game has pronouns. It's built into the English language. Pronouns. You know that I is also a pronoun? You is a pronoun?
What?
They're all pronouns. If
they're spreading, the fucking pronouns are spreading.
It's the definition of pronoun is instead of saying the noun like a dog, you say he, but referring to third person. But like instead of saying mint salad, which is a third person way of referring to myself as a noun, I say I, which is a pronoun. Oh my god.
Pronouns. All right. So it says. In a video upload to YouTube, Fetch Your Life observed. In a video upload to YouTube, Fetch Your Life observed that a number of potential players expressed they would wait for reviews before they decided to purchase a game. Oh, you mean like always, like every single game in the history of forever? Now that reviews are widely available and on the internet and you could watch gameplay, most people go, yeah, just wait to see if the game looks good, right? He then noted that EA likely observed this too and said, his EA marketing team probably saw this and decided that they need to make the reviews as positive as possible, trying to exclude those that might give the game a 7 or an 8, while also reaching out, finding press and content creators that would maybe give the game a 9 or above. Again, guys, do you not understand? Most people have fucking brains, right? A 9 out of 10. If I go, hey, the game's a 9 out of 10, that means nothing to me. That is literally no fucking value to me whatsoever. Right? Say game's 1 out of 10, game's 3 out of no value. Now, if you go, the game has bad mechanics, it's janky, the controls are stiff, the fucking quests are really short and repetitive, right? That has value to me. I don't care what you slap on the end of it, a 9, a 10, a fucking 25 out of 100, whatever the fuck. That none of that is valuable to me. What's valuable to people who want to read reviews or look at reviews or watch reviews is the actual information contained there within, right? The actual what's going on with the game, what's going on with the storyline, what's going on with the mechanics, the graphics. That stuff is important to people. Again, fucking the PR companies they don't give a fuck about the 9s and the 10s. You know who cares about those things? The developers, because sometimes they get bonuses based on what they're getting review score wise, right? Which is really unfair because we just discussed why the numbers don't mean shit. But yeah, those people care. PR people, they don't care. They want to know who's the best person. Because again, you can say that a game is a 1 out of 10, and I could watch that review and go, yeah, you just don't like RPGs, but I really do. And I like all the mechanics that you presented in it. The things that you find to be boring and dull and slow, I like that, right? And you showed me that that's what's in the game, so I'm going to buy it now, right? It's like some people like turn-based RPGs versus action RPGs, right? And you go, oh, the game is really slow, it's turn-based, blah, 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 right? 3 out of 10, because it's not up my alley, right? And I go, oh, shit. Turn-based RPG, sign me the fuck up, right? Oh, sprite-based graphics, sign me the fuck up, right? So again, what's valuable to the PR people, what's valuable to the marketing team is the information contained within your review. Trust me, 100%. I do this. I've done this. I will continue to do this for companies, big and small, right? And if you want to get, here's a little insight. Japanese companies love written reviews. They're still old school like that, so they love fucking written reviews, right? If you tell them you're gonna write a review, they are like 50% more likely to go ahead and give you a fucking review copy.
Tell them you're going to do it in a pencil too, handwritten. See what they say.
No,
Going
because
up
they
to down
like
instead of left to right.
yeah.
The formatting of the words.
Just think about this for a second. If you're on the EA end and you're trying to manipulate review scores because you want high review scores, what are you going to do? You're going to research press and content creators and what they usually give to games score-wise to give you a general idea of how they're going to review your game.
I love how they're figuring this out. They're going to start a Discord and get all the information. Like what?
Man, they're splitting the fucking atom. You know what? I would just said, you know what? But fuck all that. I think they have a bunch of money in marketing and they're just going to start paying people. They just were like, hey, could you give it a 9? Here's $100, right? Because that's a more solid conspiracy that I'm going to do like hours and hours of research to try to figure out what mint salad might give my game.
No,
right? After noting how Fetch Your Life never gives 9s or 10s, he said, you're about to get a bunch of reviews that have been curated by the publisher for their likelihood of being extremely positive in an attempt to manipulate your view of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Again,
what?
A review is a review. If IGN says it's a 10 and then it lists a bunch of stuff and you go, I don't like that stuff, I'm not going to buy it. I don't care. Oh, but it's a 9. I have to buy. No one's buying games because they've been fucking reviewed as a 9 out of 10. Maybe some retard. Sorry. Maybe some really retarded person.
Disavow.
No, I'm just saying there's a difference between a retard and a retarded person, right?
What's the difference? Do I know?
The difference is a
know.
retard is. Go ahead, man. What's the difference?
All right, the difference between a retard and a retarded person. A retard, right? A retard. Actually, Tony, you say this because I want to know what your definition. I want to see if ours is the same.
It's like, what is woke?
A retard is someone who's actually born with a mental handicap and disability, right? A retarded person is someone who has normal function, but is just extremely fucking dumb, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, that is also my distinction too. I would say, like, I normally, if I'm referring to somebody with a mental handicap, I would say that, like, they have a mental handicap. They're a retard, like an actual literal retard. Like, if I'm saying that, because I don't want anyone to know. I don't want anyone to think that I'm referring to a retarded person.
Yeah, I just look at them and I just ask them.
Are you retarded?
Yeah.
Usually works. It's someone for police, right? They have to tell you. You ask someone if they're retarded. They're like, by law, they have to let you know. Right?
Yeah, they have a badge or something.
I just say yes every time.
That's why Riley's going to jail. Taking advantage.
I guess. Oops, I'm the reason.
They want you to think there's a universal consensus that the game is amazing, thereby
No, you
convincing
do.
you that you should try
This
it.
is projection too, because this is like, dude, everyone knows Acolyte's the worst. Like everyone, they always pull that argument like left and right. This is projection.
But also influencing future review scores, and it's difficult to be the outlier. You don't want to be bullied by the other review sites. No, actually, this is retarded again, because if you're the guy who's telling the truth, it would behoove you beyond all fucking standards, right? If I'm the one guy who's the outlier going, this game is a 2 out of 10, and I give an articulate reason, and I explain in detail, great fucking links to show you why the game is actually a 2 out of 10, my channel will blow the fuck up, right? People will be like, that's the honest guy. Tony is the honest guy. He gave an honest review. He listed all the faults with the game. He told us everything that was in there, why it's a 2 out of 10. He proved why the other outlets are just fucking shills, right? That's the guy. So it would be in my best interest to be honest about the game in a future review, whether it's good or not, right?
Yeah.
Especially after the review copy. If I'm reviewing this without a review copy, there's literally no reason for me to not be honest, right? You could at least say, well, they're trying to keep their review copies coming, so they're going to be a little more light, right? They got it for free. That makes them happy. When you get free stuff, you're already happy off the jump, right? So they'll probably be a little easier on it. You paid $70 for it. You're probably going to be a little harsher, right? Because that's your money.
Yeah, you paid your time to play that video game, and if it sucks, you're going to be like, bro, I paid $70 for this.
I know. I heard Silent Hill, the remake, was great, and I still haven't pulled the trigger, man. I still haven't pulled the trigger to a $70 game. I still haven't done it. And I heard Silent Hill 2 was great, and that's like my favorite game of all time. Too expensive.
I love this. If you've ever done a review for a game or something, you'll realize that if you're the only one giving a high review when everyone else is giving it a low review, it's difficult. Or if you're the only one giving it a low review and everyone else is giving it a high review, it's a very difficult position to be in. Who are you fucking quoting? Because no, it's not. It's only a difficult position for fucking pussies that don't have any fucking backbone. I have a fucking spine. If I think something's good, I will tell you, right? I literally just said that fucking Saints Row, the new one, was good, and I liked it. It was a solid 7 out of 10. And I seen that there was people already disagreeing with me and telling me how terrible it was. But guess what? I liked the game. I played it. I can articulate the reasons why I think it's good. I can articulate the reasons why I don't care about the woke elements in the game. Oh, no, the character creator means that she's a little bit uglier. I don't care. I don't even use the character creator. I've said this before. Oh, no, that one guy's a vegan. Oh, no, that other one is a dorky black guy who's like a computer nerd. So the fuck what? I don't care. I just want to shoot people and do silly fucking gang missions and control the city. That's why I'm playing fucking Saints Row, right? If it gives me that, I'm already happy with the game. It gave me that. I was happy with the game. I enjoyed it. I played it on stream. So it's not like I'm not even lying about my experience. You could listen to me and go, yeah, this is a pretty good game. I'm having fun. I don't know why everyone's shitting on it.
Yeah.
And again, you're free to disagree with me all you want, right? And that's what the beauty of America is, right? You can disagree with me.
No, I agree. And it happens in movie form, what you were saying. I remember when the first negative review of Godzilla -1 came out, and everyone knew who the first, it was just like, you stand out. You're going to stand out. It's not like, I don't understand what they mean, but it's a difficult position to be in. What do you mean? Like mentally or?
No, because they think you're going to get bullied. You're
what does that mean?
People are like, oh no, that evil movie perp gave it.
Yeah.
They tried to bully me about Captain Marvel because they gave Captain Marvel a bad review, and they're threatening to call my employer.
Oh, really? I haven't gotten that far. Not like Acolyte. No,
there are people who share your opinion when I don't think if you create a negative review, there are people who will share your opinion about that. Maybe it's the minority, but I think people who do the honest review or they have a negative review, and if somebody else thinks the same thing about that game or whatever, then they're going to be like, yes, this guy knows what he's talking about. So it's also that too. Even if you're honest, if somebody doesn't agree with that, then maybe they won't. They'll be skeptical too.
Well, that's why I always say, if you're going to value a reviewer, right? If you're going to follow a reviewer and take their word as gospel, right? What you need to do is do your homework, right? So you go, okay, Little Movie Perp reviews things, right? Let me see what he said. These are movies that I know I like, and these are movies I know I don't like. Now I'm going to see what Little Movie Perp says about these movies. And if his views line up with my views, then I know I can trust what Little Movie Perp is going to say about upcoming movies, right? Movies I haven't seen yet, right?
Yeah.
If you're just well, that's a guy who's on the internet and he said things. I don't know if he likes the same things I like or had the same experience or, he's politically the same as me or different, or he's he's pro LGBTQ or anti. Like, you need to know what the reviewer is going in, right? Like with games, this guy doesn't like baseball games, so he's going to give baseball games a negative review. I don't like sports games, so I'll tell you off the jump that if I play a sports game, I'm probably going to be a little bit harsher on him. It's going to be more boring to me, right?
Yeah.
If you like sports games, you're really into football. You're gonna be like, oh, this is the greatest fucking Madden this year. It's so great. Look at all these little bells and whistles and blah. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't care about any of that shit. Oh, it's football. It plays like football. Do you like football? Then you'll like it because it's football. There's my review. Fuck you, right? So I got fired. Did you know I got fired from a website for giving a game a negative review?
Oh, what
game was it?
Criminal Girls Invite Only. Okay.
Oh, the PSP one?
It is a PSP, but
Yeah.
this was the Steam version. Okay. So on Steam,
It was censored.
it was censored. It was heavily censored. Okay?
Yeah.
And so I gave it a negative review because it was heavily censored. I said, okay, the whole point of the game is all the little extra scenes that you could see, right? All the little cheesecake stuff, right? I said, if all that stuff is censored, then the whole point of the game has been taken away from you, right? The gameplay is not that great. The other stuff, the other elements of the game were not good to carry it without the main crux of why you're playing, the cheesecake. Without the cheesecake, you don't have a fucking meal. So I gave it a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. The fucking website I was working for took my review, chopped it up, made it seem like I loved the game, gave it a 6 out of 10, and then slapped it on their website. I had to demand that my name be taken off the fucking review.
Wow.
Okay. It's a whole controversy. And then they fired me and they took down every single review I did. They were really upset because that was the first time they ever got a review from a major studio because I think it was published by the guys who do Disgaea. How's that?
I don't know those.
Some Japanese company. Either way. And they were very upset with me for giving it a bad review. I was like, dude, the game's bad. What do you want me to do? There's actually a YouTube video on it, on the whole situation. It's so funny. There's 2 YouTube videos, actually.
That game, like, how do they chop it up in favor of it? Did they say the mechanics are good or something? Like...
Well, all the negative things I would say, like, because I went into great detail. It's like a fucking huge ass review, right? So there's like, say, like 6 paragraphs. So they chopped it up into like 3. And then, like, whenever I talked about like a game mechanic, right? Because I detail the mechanic and then I give my opinion on it. Like, they were just chopping out my opinion parts.
So it's just like an
wasn't adding
infomercial
anything?
more than anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just like
Was it?
they didn't add an opinion to fill in the obvious hole that
No.
left there because like there's a
Because-
structure.
It was so funny. It was so bad. But they, that's what they did. So if you see a bunch of positive review scores come out today, think about all the people that are going to be playing afterward. How much pressure they're going to be to feel to give the game slightly better score they would have given to avoid maybe pressure. And sometimes it doesn't even happen consciously. It's just done. Guys, so if you see good reviews come out for the game, it's because subconsciously they're scared of the woke mob that has already given it a good review.
What?
They've implanted it in your brain to like the game because you want to fit in. You want to be like everyone else, don't you?
Hey, how did the woke mob get power again? I thought we were winning. I thought the gamers were winning. I thought this shit was like almost going to be done with. How, they're in power again? What the hell? Oh my lord!
What the hell?
This is such a cope, dude. This is like the
what is
biggest
this?
cope.
What the fuck is this?
XTD.
EXT. He noted.
EXT? Oops.
It's like
It's
missing
EXT.
something. I don't know because it's the start of the sentence.
Next.
It's not even capitalized. So obviously they cut something off, right?
Next.
Next. Probably.
Next.
You probably missed that end. Next.
Yeah.
He noted. I want to be very clear here. Professional website, that Park Place. Professional. Guys, these are the people you should listen to. They can't even fucking put an N. Extension. There's like extension, he noted. I want to be very clear here that I don't think the press and creators publishing their videos early are going to be lying. These reviewers have been screened to maximize the chances that you're seeing positive reviews. So they're not lying, and they're giving positive reviews.
This is such a cope, dude. This is
So
like
what's the
you
problem?
can't-
No, but if
you
they're not
handle it.
lying, that's the key is he said they're not lying.
I know.
They're not lying.
They're just coping.
They like the game. That's what a review is. I
And
like
they can't
the game.
stand that.
This
is so weird.
They didn't give it to people they didn't give it to Nerdrotic, who clearly or ass who shits all over pronouns. He clearly wouldn't have liked it. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, make that motherfucker buy it.
There will probably be some exceptions, of course. I don't think everyone's going to give the game a positive review. Okay, so then so you just detailed how they went through these fucking wild steps to try to maximize the positive reviews, and you're saying somehow they're still going to get negative reviews slipping through the cracks?
Man, they must not have a great screening process. What's their screening process?
Quite a
like?
narrative here. Wow.
The game's so bad that even with the screening process, man, that they still are going to disappoint some people. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
But EA is banking that those are few and far between in an attempt to keep the aggregate score of the game high. Following this accusation by Fextralife, Kern made his own, but did so while observing that many outlets that review the game use the same language that the game's creative director used on Blue Sky.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
They used the character names.
No. Epler wrote, so 5 years ago, when I first rejoined the project as narrative director after a hiatus on Anthem, I was asked my goals for the project, and one of those I put was, quote, I want to see the phrase a triumphant return to form for BioWare in at least one review. Excited to finally mark the goal done. Guys, they said a very common phrase, and it was used in several reviews. He added in another post, this project has been both the greatest privilege and the hardest dev cycle of my career. To say I'm proud of this team would be an understatement, and to say I'm thrilled at the reviews would be similar view. Man. Kern shared these posts from Epler alongside screenshots from Metacritic and what appears to be a Google search where it shows numerous outlets describing Veilguard as, quote, a return to form. Yeah, when the previous game is bad and the new game is good, that's literally a return to form. Hey, we realized our last game was bad and we want to make a good game again for the next one in the series. So it's a return to form. Hey, these people all agree.
It's probably talking about BioWare too. It's beyond just like the game. It's BioWare itself, a return to form, which is very welcoming,
That's what I'm saying. Like they're like BioWare's been having shit stuff. Now look, we're back to greatness.
Yeah.
It's a common phrase. It's not like some like secret codes, like secret knock code.
I'm sure people said that when Deadpool was awesome for them, and they said Marvel's back all the time.
Look, go look at all the reviews that say the MCU is back. That's it. All those people page skills. That just so happens to be the phrase that Epler said he wanted to see in at least one review. They said the thing that he was hoping that people would say about the game. That is a very common thing in franchises when they start dipping in quality. Just think about this. How would you describe the fourth game in a franchise that is really good when compared to the previous games that were really bad? But the first game was really good. Would it not be a return to form? That's the simplest fucking explanation for why that phrase is being used. Because it literally describes the thing that it is, right?
It probably says it on the Wikipedia article too. Oh no, they got everyone.
They got them all. Kern wrote, we need to talk about captured game journalism and how corrupt it's become.
Oh my God, dude. They've been
saying
this for like 20 years. Like, yes, we know it's corrupt. It sucks. Gaming journalism needs to, But how long can people say that it's like, hey, guys, I think there's something up with gaming journalism. I think there's something up with the mainstream media. Like for years.
John, I don't know if it's I'm on the fence on this, right? I go back and forth because again, as someone who's worked in this, someone who's talked to people, who's been involved in all of this aspect of gaming journalism, right? I can understand where people outside get a wildly inaccurate view of what's going on, right? Like the idea of embargoes is so fucking foreign to people. They don't understand why an embargo exists. They think that you should just get the game, be able to play it, and then release a review whenever you're ready, right? That sounds reasonable to a normal person. But then when I go, hey,
consumer, yes.
that sounds reasonable, but it's fucking retarded. It is the worst thing ever. If I said here, if I gave everyone a review, if I gave myself, you, and Mint, we all got copies of this game, right? And say, as soon as you're done playing it, or as soon as you're ready, make a review, right? So the three of us go. The first one that gets the review out is going to obviously get the most eyes on it, right? So what does that mean? That means now we're incentivized to get the review out as fast as possible. Not necessarily play the whole game, not necessarily enjoy it or fucking dive into all the aspects. Get the review out. An embargo is supposed to put everyone on the same playing field. Go, guys, in 2 weeks, you can review the game. So you can take as much time as you want. In that 2 weeks, play the game as much as you want. You all got the same time frame. If you rush, if you only play a little bit, your review is not coming out any sooner than anyone else's. This gives everybody an equal footing as far as getting reviews out and getting the most accurate review for that game possible. That's why an embargo exists.
Makes sense.
But other people don't understand. And it's the same thing with like, why can't you say certain things? Oh, they don't want us to reveal the twist. Yeah, because that's the twist. Literally, they're like, hey, you can say whatever you want. Just don't give away the fucking plot of the game, right?
Yeah, that's the selling point.
Yeah.
Like you present a trailer and these game mechanics are fun and the plot's interesting. I want to play that game. You know, like it's like putting a spoiler in a description of a video or something for a movie review.
Says Dragon Age Veilguard is astroturfing articles and reviews now, parodying the lead narrative designer of the game. Look at these reviews and articles that are all repeat the same phrase and ask yourself, what is going on? It's a very common phrase that lots of people use. That's what's going on, Mark. You're a fucking retard. You are what we call a retarded person. Also, astroturfing implies that it's fake. Astroturfing literally is fake grass. AstroTurf is fake grass. It's not real grass. It's AstroTurf. They use it in sports, right? So saying astroturfing is saying that the reviews are fake, that they're not actually what they believe. You're literally accusing people of lying. When earlier in this article, they said that the people weren't lying. They're actually telling the truth. So which is it? Are they astroturfing with fake reviews, or are they telling the truth that is just different from what you might feel about the game, which you haven't played yet because you didn't get a review copy?
Yeah.
Kern
Stay mad.
Not the only, Smash JT's weighed in, guys.
God,
you know it's
this guy.
Kern was not the only one to observe this. YouTuber Smash JT also observed. Have had a bunch of folks share this image on Metacritic's Dragon Age the Veilguard review with me. And anyone notice anything strange? No. Return to form. Return to form. Yeah, they're using a common phrase. Three outlets use the same phrase. Oh my God. They also use the words Dragon Age Veilguard. Oh my God, they all use Dragon Age Veilguard. There's an is. There's an is. And there's an is. Oh my God, 3 ises.
Dude, they're being paid by Big Is.
By Big Is.
Wow. Thank God for the Game Awards. The real Game Awards, sorry.
Yeah, the real Game Awards. Yeah. YouTuber Hypnotic. Oh, here's another one. Gaming journalists are a joke. The reviews seem to either all be written by AI or they simply coordinate together write the same narrative. You can't even write a fucking tweet. You can't even tweet a coherent thought, Hypnotic. They simply coordinate together to write the same narrative about a game. They need to be a commercial success, even if it ends up mostly likely being a financial. Why would gaming journalists need the game to be a financial success? That makes no fucking sense.
Because it pushes the narrative or whatever.
It pushes nothing. As a games journalist, it doesn't matter because there's more games coming out. There's always something to cover. It's like as a movie reviewer, I don't need any movie to be a success. In fact, if a movie flops, that'll probably get more people to read articles that I write on the fucking movie than if it was a success, right?
Yeah.
So if the game flops and then IGN writes articles about this game, more people are going to read it than if the game is a success. So actually, them wanting the game to flop is probably more in line with them being clickbait journalists, right? It's fucking common sense. Again, these are people that have never dealt with any of this. They don't get review copies. They don't talk to fucking PR people. They don't talk to anybody in the industry. They talk to ex-industry people who are bitter, who fucking have agendas to push and stuff, you know, like fucking Grums, right? Smash JT, his claim to fame, guess what he did? Oh, he was Q&A for like 2 games. That's his big industry insider moment. 10 to 15 years ago, he was a game tester on like 2 games. Wow. Fantastic.
He just has a nice voice. That's it.
No, he doesn't. It's a very annoying voice and a punchable face. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never seen his face. I only see his Twitter
Right there.
profile picture.
That's his face. on his
I can't
Twitter
see
profile.
that. That's like not. That's so small.
Hold on.
Can you see that, Tony? Can you see the intricate details of his face with that tiny little icon?
You telling me that's not a punchable face?
Eh,
Oh, that's
It's
not the guy I'm thinking
possible.
about.
I could probably punch up and do an uppercut and fix his jawline.
I don't know who that is.
That's Smash JT. It literally says behind him, Smash JT.
I thought, dude, you know who I was confusing? I thought we were talking about Stuttering Craig. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you are, but no, we're not talking about Southern Creek.
Yeah.
All right. I see Dalish in the chat instead of on the panel saying the new game will most likely be mid.
Oh yeah. Oh freaking yeah. Where's Dalish? Does she pumpkin seeding? Does she have too many pumpkin seeds? Her pumpkin seeds are spilling all over the place.
All right. So here's another misunderstanding, right? Interestingly enough, all this comes on the back of Ubisoft being exposed for working with its third-party agencies.
It's all
They had
connected.
final approval. They had final approval what YouTubers could and could not say about Star Wars Outlaws. German YouTube channel Piet Schmidt admitted that a third-party agency had to approve its Star Wars Outlaw preview video. Yes.
Well, okay,
This
yeah.
is common. No, this is common practice. Again,
What?
These are people who don't
know.
have any fucking industry. What's up, Dalish?
Holy
Any industry
shit.
knowledge, guys. When you're doing a preview video, they have to approve it to make sure you're not breaking embargo, that you're not breaking any of the things that you agreed to not talk about, not discuss. They go, here's a list of things. You know, you could talk up to chapter 3, right? And they go, we got to watch your video to make sure that you didn't talk about chapter 4, 5, and 6, right? It's literally it. What are your thoughts on Dalish? You're the Dragon Age person.
What is this article about? I'm not
They're
sure
cl-
since I'm halfway through.
They're claiming that all the reviews on Dragon Age have been basically astroturf and faked to make it look like the game is better than it is.
Well, to an extent, right? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but pretty much all games do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Like, they're not going to want someone to put out a shitty review to make the game look boring. There are rules, like you said.
Yeah, a lot. Like I said, a lot of this is people that have never done this, have never dealt with embargoes, reviews, NDAs. It says, as translated by Deep L, the channel posted, I completely understand the arguments that were made here, and that was not correct. I had the opportunity to play the game for 4 hours, and it was edited into over an hour of video. As part of the review process, the entire video was thrown back to us, and an intermediary agency asked for a lot of changes, especially to the wording at the beginning. But since I personally thought the game was really cool, I didn't see that as a big problem. This was a huge miscalculation. It added, sorry, you don't have to pre-order a game, of course. You can buy whatever you like with your money. I absolutely enjoyed the version I was shown. The process behind it was for the ass. And I'm sorry that we didn't print more against it. But let ourselves be beaten wide open. Big sorry for that. Oh, man. Man, this thing just keeps going on and on.
Yeah, what is it? They're trying to find something. I don't even know what to connect these dots. I don't know.
Dragon Age fans are notorious for like finding issue with things that are not an issue. So they're just mad because these people who got a key to play the game, whatever, in the email they got and most likely said, hey, in your review, include that it is a return to the original like Dragon Age game, that original vibe that people want to play it for. But the more you just see it repeated over and over again, the more you realize, okay, it's not gonna play like Dragon Age Origins. It's gonna be a slightly better Inquisition. I know that. I don't have to read these reviews to know what it's gonna be.
Well, here's the sad part. It's not even Dragon Age fans aren't the ones complaining. It's the anti-woke people are complaining because they see the game is full of pronouns and woke elements, so they know the game's going to be bad. So anyone who reviews it positively must be paid shills because clearly woke bad game cannot be woke and good. That's an impossibility in their mind. I don't know. Like I said, it looked interesting to me. I played Dragon Age Origins, the second one. Was it just Dragon Age 2, I think it's called? And I didn't play the DLCs for the second one, and I played Inquisition a little bit. If it entertains me enough...
You have to play the DLCs on the second one. Otherwise, like, no wonder you don't like the second one, because unfortunately the DLCs are holding the meat of the story for that game.
Bastards. No wonder why I didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, that's why you don't know who the fuck Corypheus is going into Inquisition. You had to play the DLCs, and then you'd know who Corypheus was.
I didn't even know how to pronounce his name, but thank you for saying that. So yeah, I think, again, people have opinions. Sometimes they align with yours, sometimes they don't. Watch reviews, watch gameplay. If you're interested in a product, do your research, right? Don't just buy and pre-order. Never pre-order games. Pre-order games is lame. But that's it. That's all we have. We got a couple super chats.
My homies hate pre-ordering games. No pre-ordering games ever. None. Don't do it.
Varukusaki says Fable 2 equals best game ever. Never played Fable 2. You guys play Fable 2? I know Min hasn't because she only plays Minecraft.
Yeah, I've only played Minecraft and some Pokemon and Halo, but that's about it. Minecraft mainly.
I wouldn't call it the best game ever, but it's a good game.
What's the best game ever to you?
Dragon Age Origins for me.
Nice.
What's the best game ever for you, Mint? Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Hell yeah.
What about you?
All right, everybody else on the panel, what's the best game for you?
Man, probably Friday the 13th. I love that game.
That was a fun game.
The NES game?
No, the one that came out in 2017.
Dope. My best game is Stardew Valley. It's the one that I constantly go back to and I could just have fun with. I love it. It's so simple. And then you could feed Abigail those rocks and she just eats them. And it's just so amusing.
Harvest Moon is better though.
The original Harvest Moon? Sure.
Any of the Harvest Moons. Well, I guess not any of the new ones. You're right. The new ones are very bad.
The new ones are bad. And then because the series broke up, right? Because the American branch took the Harvest Moon name. And then like Story of Seasons is actually the real Harvest Moon series. Those are a little bit better, but they don't have the charm. There's that charm in that like SNES era Harvest Moon games. John Wong says, how about a cooking channel, Mint? Try saying, here's one I've prepared earlier. Would you be down for a cooking channel? Cooking with Mint?
Probably in like my 40s. I got a lot of comics to make.
Think about it. Cooking with Mint, and then every dish could have mint in it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that's something to like build up to if I wanted to do it. Like, I feel like it would be more appropriate to do it when I have more time to cook.
Okay, I'll cook for you, Mint, while you work hard on your comics.
That'd be fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the food reviews though. Those are seeming to do pretty well. I have seen some comments that are like, why don't you just make this like a full video? I'm like, I don't have anything else to say past the minute long, usually.
Right? How much can you say about food?
Not really.
Why don't you edit like several minute long videos together? So that way you would have like a 5-minute video, like here's 5 reviews. Right?
About what? Like, here are all the Burger King food items. Like, I'll probably like the idea if I were to do something like that, it would have to be like, oh, I tried all of Burger King's food and reviewed it all, or I tried all of McDonald's foods.
I'm just giving you a grifter idea. You already do the reviews for a minute. You have them. You could just stitch them together and have a 5-minute version. Like, here's the Morticia, whatever, like milkshake. Here's the fucking Gomez fries. And I'm like,
I
okay,
reviewed every
all
item on the Addams Family menu or something. That makes
See,
sense.
but she already made that into shorts, so it's like
But,
I
like,
understand what you're
combining
saying,
it-
Frank Tony. Yeah,
Yeah, what I'm
combining it
saying
into
is
one video.
combining it.
Labeling
Yeah.
as like a 5th video. Like there's 4 items on the menu, making it into a 5th video to get more views.
Yeah. Because you would have 4 shorts and then you'd have the video version if someone wants to
Yeah.
watch all of them.
Yeah, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna swipe on YouTube Shorts, they can click on a 4-minute video or something.
See? It's
That makes
exploiting
sense.
your content for more content. That's why I'm going to chop this stream up into like several videos.
It's called triple dipping.
Yeah.
Klippa's has something to say about that idea. Pull the chat up, Tony. Pull the chat up.
Tony is talking about like reverse content farming. I hate it, says Klippa. Yeah. If people will, I'm not suggesting this because I think it's a good idea. I'm suggesting this because Mint said people wanted longer reviews, and I'm just like, well, here's a way you could give it to them and still keep the core content.
Yeah, but it's not adding anything to it, is the point.
Right.
Yeah, but
I
it'd be,
think when
like,
people say they want like a longer video, they mean like, I don't know if you guys ever watched any of Trisha Paytas's like fast food videos, but she would film the whole thing of her like getting in the car, driving over, getting the food, pulling over, eating it, giving the review, that kind of a longer format vid. But otherwise, the way Mint does it is perfect. She tries it, gives you a little flavor profile, lets you know how shitty or good it is. And I mean, that's what the shorts are for. So you can easily figure out, should I go buy this burger right now?
Yeah. I like doing the shorts because I usually don't really have much to talk about food other than like a minute worth of content. Like I'm not a culinary expert. I'm just Mint Salad. And I have a certain flavor palette and I'll describe it in the best of my ability.
Well, you should say that in your videos. I'm not a culinary expert. I'm just Mint Salad. And here's my thoughts. And, Riley says, Mint makes entire pieces of new content every single day, and she shouldn't listen to anyone asking for different content. She makes the content that they are watching. She can direct people to streams. Okay.
I agree with that take. That's a good take, Klippa.
I'm just gonna. I'm learning that I should just keep my mouth shut on these streams. I should just sit here.
You should learn to
This
listen.
is your
to Klippa.
stream.
Just listen to Klippa all the time, and that'll work out for you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to redirect you over to Katie Did stream. She's launching Pencils Down, so go check that out. If you're watching this on the replay, you're probably going to be confused by that, but don't worry. Go back Pencils Down on Indiegogo anyway. Perp, where can we find you before we leave?
In my channel.
In your channel, not on it?
Yeah, I'm in it.
You're
I'm
just
in there.
hiding inside
I'm
there?
haunting that shit. Go over there. Check it out.
Thank you. Little Movie Perp. Go catch him on YouTube. Mint, where can we find you?
All right. Well, you can find me. I do daily movie reviews every day. YouTube.com/ASC Presents. And you can help support the daily grind by going to autisticboobs.com. The food review shorts that I was mentioning, they're on YouTube, but they're also on TikTok and Instagram, which you can find at autisticboobs.com, whichever one works for you.
And don't forget, it is Mint's birthday coming up pretty soon. Doing a
Oh
stream
yeah,
right here?
that's November 1st.
November 1st. I hear you're doing a October 31st into November 1st stream or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a not safe for work stream, which will be on autisticboobs.com. I'm gonna be carving a pumpkin, and I haven't decided what else.
And
if
I'll
you-
make a
is
guest
it-
appearance.
What's up?
I'll make a guest appearance. I'll bring a pumpkin.
Hell yeah! So Dalish is gonna be there. On that
Is the
stream.
knife the not safe for work part of the stream? Because
It's you can like tip to see titties and all.
I'm
like,
just worried about
that
you
is-
with this sharp object and being naked. all at the
Bro,
same time.
I mean,
think-
I did 2 pumpkin carving streams.
I don't want you to lose a
ago.
nipple on your birthday.
And
you know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
naked carving one of the pumpkins, Tony. I was fine.
I wouldn't know. I
Okay.
don't watch that kind of stuff. I don't watch that kind of content. I am a wholesome young man. I don't watch anything like that.
And if I hit the goal, I'm gonna sit on a cake. That's the idea. Like, there's gonna be a stream goal, and if I hit that goal, I'm gonna sit on the cake for my birthday.
And then Riley will cry because he doesn't get to eat the cake.
I'll probably get another cake. He'll have his own cake. He's gonna get his own cake, and then I'm gonna have a cake to sit on.
All right. Thank you, Mint. Don't forget, check her out, autisticboobs.com. Dalish, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Dirty Dalish. Or you can Google me to find my spicy sites. I'm probably gonna do a stream later tonight. Probably gonna just color. If you guys want to come hang out, maybe play some spooky games and get tipsy after coloring. Who knows? We get crazy on my streams. Not really. Yeah. And every Saturday I'm on Gabbing with Geeks on Frog Tony's channel. And then of course go catch me on Mint's Not Safe for Work birthday stream. Okay. Thanks.
And you said you're gonna do a stream later. Is that on Fansly? On OnlyFans?
On YouTube.
Because you said crazy, and then you're also like, so now you're gonna be on YouTube. I was confused.
We get crazy on YouTube, Frog Tony. You know I get silly.
You do. All right. I'll be sure to check that out later. That seems like a nice, wholesome stream, not like that mint salad lady with her not safe for work, naked titty carving things. I don't know what else she does over there. But obviously, you can find me here at Frog Tony. I'm here 7 days a week. We're going to be pumping out lots of content in November because I have the whole month off of work. So November, I'm going to be a slave driver. I'm going to be working all my people extra hard. We're going to be doing big things on the channel. We got a lot of things coming up. A secret project we're working on. We'll reveal that on Friday. Don't worry. As always, love, peace, and booty grease. We out this bitch, right? Yeah, I think so. Let me play the music.
Come on, baby, let's do the grift.